shall receive encouragement as well as. Thank you for tuning in to the show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the sponsors of the show. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to On Fire to Inspire. I am your host, Aaliyah, the Purpose Leader. I'm going to thank you so much. Bear with me. You're gonna lose. There we go. Technical difficulties. Well, again, welcome to On Friday Inspire. I'm Aaliyah, the Purpose Midwife. I want to thank you so much for joining us this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening. You could have been doing anything else, but you chose to spend it with us, and for that, we're totally grateful. Again, we thank you. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I hope you enjoyed your day, enjoyed your month, because we're celebrating fathers all month long here on Fire to Inspire. And before we jump in, I want to thank our sponsors, and then we're going to get right in. So as I'm thanking our sponsors, I want you to do me a favor and hit that share button, because we want to share this broadcast as we bring our special guest, Don Williams, on shortly. But I'm going to thank our sponsors, and then we're going to jump right on in. So y'all hit that share button. I want to thank my big sister, Hetty J. Simmons of A Poetic Ministry, with her book called Just Be You. And it's Just Be You, and it's on apoeticministry.com. And it's apoetic minis, M-I-N-I-S, and then tree, T-R-E-E, poeticministry.com. We have a Leadership Inside Trajectory by Ricky D. Surratt. You can find his book on iworkfaith.com. That's my big brother and pastor, iworkfaith.com. And you can also book him. He's a John Maxwell certified speaker. He does a lot of leadership trainings and things of that nature. So you can look at and book him on there. It's iworkfaith.com. And then also he's a serialpreneur. He has t-shirts and things of that nature, and they are on wearmyt.com. And then just the letter T.com. And we have the Brown team. The Brown team is, when I tell you they are, what would I call them? Superman and Superwoman, husband and wife of Home and Garden Metro Brokers of Atlanta. You have Connie and her husband, Bernard. Y'all, when I tell y'all, they are some beautiful, beautiful people. They have been combined. They have about over 40 years of experience in real estate. So if you need help buying, selling, investing, they got you. So tell them you heard it right here on Fire to Inspire, and you can reach them at 404-843-2500. Again, that's 404-843-2500. Connie is also a serialpreneur, and she's actually looking for people who wants to get started in their online business. And if you want to get started in your own gift shop, she has information for you. Call that same number, 404-843-2500. MomBizBoss.org. Hey, my ladies out there, it's time for you. If you're an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, it's time for you to connect with MomBizBoss.org. That's MomBiz, B-I-Z, boss.org. And Mom stands for Multiple Operational Managers. And I tell you, they have some awesome, awesome leaders in there. You have a lot of collaborations, you learn a lot, and they have brunches once a month, and you can learn and glean from that as well. Great speakers. So again, mombizboss.org. And they have a cruise coming up in October, and I'll try to grab that information for you guys and get that to you as well. I do remember her mentioning that. And then last but not least, if you don't have any of my books, you want to go out and get them on onfridayinspire.com. You can get them on Amazon. And then the coloring book you can get on walmart.com, Target, and all that. This is the affirmations coloring book. We use it for teen girls or women, and we use it as an self-care product, a way of kind of decompressing and de-stressing. Self-care is not, this is what I tell people all the time, it's not an option, it's essential. We got to have that downtime. You got to find some balance, right? And we have the children's book, Teaching Foundational English and Spanish, or Learning But Just For Me. And we have some ebooks as well. And then finally, we have the second book that I wrote, On Fire to Inspire. Oh, yeah, this book is 9 years old. Don't tell them. But this book, these pieces in here were pieces that God will wake me up in the midnight hour, giving me words to encourage and empower people. So even with it being 9 years old, it'll still bless you and bless your spirit. And then finally, we have the I Am Affirmations affirmations journal. So if you don't have any of my products, you definitely have access to get them on Amazon, on onfiretoinspire.com, any of those vehicles. So, did y'all do me a favor? Did y'all hit that share button? All right. Well, so without further ado, we're going to get started and bring on our guest, Mr. Don Williams, to On Fire to Inspire. Let me get him on in here.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome, welcome. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I am well. I am well. Welcome to On Fire to Inspire. I want you to do me a favor. Introduce yourself to the On Fire to Inspire family because many of them they've never met you. You know, this is your first time on the platform. So share with us, who is Don Williams?
Well, Don Williams is a serial entrepreneur, but also an individual that cares about the emotional well-being of others. So I've dedicated my life to making an impact on those that want to tap into their true potential and that the gifts and talents that they've been given by God. So that's my role. I've experienced it, and I just don't want to hold it in. I want to share it with others.
That's what it's all about, Don.
Yeah.
It's about sharing. Because if we sit on it, it's just like putting that lampshade over the light. If that lampshade doesn't have an opening to, you know, to for that light to be shown, then why are we hiding the lamp? Why are we hiding the light? Right?
Right.
So you're that light. So the topic itself, what does the topic mean to you?
That's a loaded question, Aaliyah. Um, the topic to me means, oh God, you done put me in the crosshairs right here. But the topic to me just means that I got to keep on working. I can't stop. I can't keep giving myself away to others, regardless of what challenges that I may experience from day to day. My overall goal is just to give myself away to others that their life may be better. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, Don, you said you're a serialpreneur. Tell us a little bit about the different things you do.
Okay. All right. So I'm a public speaker. I also have authored a couple of books. I own a hair salon with my wife, and I also own a janitorial business, which was my first business that I started back in 2000, and it's still going today. Yeah,
Amen. Amen. That's amazing.
yeah.
I tell you, when people think about being an entrepreneur and being from small towns and stuff, people can't, a lot of times they can't relate to it when
Mhm.
they've never seen it done.
Right.
But you didn't say, well, I ain't seen it done, so I'm not going to do it. You said, why not me? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
why not me?
yeah.
So your newest book, you wrote a book recently. What was the title of that book?
The title of that book is No More Band-Aids: My Personal Journey to Emotional Wellness. And that's pretty much my life story. So I've had that title since about 2017, 2018, but just was, yeah, there you go. So I sat on it for a couple of years just trying to figure out how I wanted to do it. I didn't know if I wanted to do just a training on No More Band-Aids, or do a curriculum or book. It was just like up in the air. But during the quarantine, when I had that quiet time just to sit down, couldn't go nowhere, everything was shut down, it came back to me again, right? So I began
Mhm.
writing the book at that point, and basically doing the outline for it. Now, it was just released in February, and it took me that long to do it because each and every chapter, I wasn't one of those people that can say, well, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write today. No, because every chapter was from my own life. And I had to relive every single thing that I wrote in that book. So it's funny. And I tell people this all the time. It's funny because sometimes I could write a chapter and then I make it move on to the next chapter. But sometimes I'd have to throw that notebook to the side because I know that that next chapter, I've got to relive that in order to write it, which means I'd have to revisit that old hurt, that old pain, all that stuff that I had been swept under the rug like most of us do. And I had to mentally prepare myself to write the chapter just so that I can be authentic in giving myself away to those that read the book. So that's why it took so long. And no more band-aids is, I mean, we know what band-aids are. They temporary fixes. And a lot of times, you know, if we just be totally truthful about the situation, we put band-aids on that hurt and that pain in our life, not really realizing that if we don't take time to really dig deep into that pain that we done put a band-aid on and allow God to come into that area to heal us, then that we're gonna get infected.
Come on, I like that.
I
I
mean,
heard
get
it.
infected. Think about a band-aid. When you put it on, it lasts for a little while, but after a couple times in the shower, it's gonna come off. You're gonna see that little pink skin, that little scab there that's not properly healed. And instead of going to the doctor when we probably need stitches, we put another band-aid on it. And that's what I did in my life. You know what I mean? For different experiences that I had encountered, I put band-aids on it. So I had to come to a point, and what I'm encouraging the readers to do is come to a point in your life where you really look at that thing and say, man, no more band-aids right here. No more band-aids about the banged up relationships. No more band-aids about what I experienced in my childhood. No more band-aids. You know what I mean? And let's really get that thing healed and stitched up to where it's supposed to be.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
But y'all know who Don Williams is. All right, Don. So we're gonna jump into the topic.
Okay.
That was your loaded gun right there. Your loaded gun was the topic.
Yeah.
And father, the acronym of father. You said there's an acronym for it.
Yes.
So I'm ready. I'm a note taker. I'm ready to take notes.
Okay. So father, I came up with this maybe about a year ago. And just looking at, I mean, for me, I have 7 kids, 2 baby mamas, 1 wife. You got me? So me and my wife, we have 5 kids, but I still got 2 baby mamas that I have a child by each one of them. And when I think about father, the acronym is for all that's happened, exercise resilience. And what that means is that as dads, we don't always get the credit that we deserve. You know what I mean? And there has to come a point in our lives that we have to still bounce back, regardless of what we've experienced as fathers, whether it's